We're going to try this again. This is my third attempt at this. It's so cold out. Welcome back. As the title says, cheap shop upgrades for your shop or garage. It's currently very cold in here. It's like a freaking refrigerator. It's also very late in the morning. Anyway, this is about what I did with some free stuff I got to upgrade my shop. It's a workshop. I work out of here. It's about it. This air compressor I got for free. Found on the side of the road. I finally got it fixed where now it works right, where you can turn it on and turns itself back off when it's full. But if I need air on that side of the shop, my air hose doesn't reach, and I got to drag this thing all the way over to there, and it's a pain in the ass. I was going to buy, longer hoses, but right now, I don't really want to spend that kind of money. $70, $80 for longer, nicer hoses. I just don't want to spend that money. I also don't have the will, the want, or the need to run hard line from this all the way across the entire shop with air hookups. I don't use air that much, and I don't want to spend that kind of money and time to do it. So my idea was, well, if you notice, my other compressor is not over here anymore. If you follow along, my small little one is. I got a bunch of free wood from people, mostly from my mom's. Thank you, Mom. She's cleaned out her garage and gave me a whole bunch of wood scraps and crap, and I got to pull the trans out of the truck, and it's going to sit back here while I do it. Got to work on this thing yet, so I'm like, you know what? I'll work in this part of the shop. Dude I know gave me another light like that to put up here, so I can get that put up tomorrow. I have my light up here. I got to still hook up these outlets yet, but they're basically there. Gonna run a few more. But this is a workbench I built. Basically, my idea was I was going to put this compressor back here because I don't want to run airlines and stuff. So I put it back here. There's going to be an outlet there to plug it in. But for now, I had to an extension cord going back there until I get this stuff all hooked up. Worked great. Have my air hose over here. The original idea, I got this stuff all for free. I was going to cut part of this and then mount to the wall and just run 2x4s down to hold it up and have air back here. And it was going to be back over there originally. But I was like, you know what? I don't plan to work really over there. It's going to be mostly like over in this area over here. So I ended up saying, well, why don't I just make a workbench? I already have the material. So I had this. I got free screws too from somebody. So I screwed it on there, measured. These I actually had to go buy. Ran them down. Then I got 2x4s across. This used to be on one of my toolboxes, my big one that got wrecked. Put it across there, so now it's nice and solid. This isn't going nowhere. Nice solid workbench. Well, I'm like, it really turned out nice. I was happy with it, but I was like, you know what? I had all these scrap pieces of wood, so I simply put a piece of crosshair screws, had a piece of plywood that already had a little cutout, believe it or not. Put that on there, just screwed the back. Ran some oddball pieces. Now it's not level. I mean, there's a lip here, but I don't care. And then more scrap pieces I just put together to make it work, and scrap piece across. And I mean, it's solid. It's not going nowhere. But I figured for working on stuff back here, it worked out really nice. I can put a creeper seat sitting in there, which I'm gonna end up doing, and then. Got air compressor back here. I'll be putting the light, like I say, back up there. I'll have full power back here so I can work in two ends of the shop. I'm going to be doing a lot of work back here. Got to pull a tranny on this thing, finish up the engine on this. And I don't want to be switching vehicles around because right now I drive the first 3 vehicles sitting up there. It's just easier to have working areas in both areas. But the point of the video is this was all free. Okay, I paid for 2 2x4s, or pieces of 2x4, and then 2 2x6s I paid for, and that was it. Now obviously, you might not find a free air compressor and all this other stuff. The point is, when you go down the side of the road and you see a bunch of shit laying there, pull over, look at it, see what it is. If you find wood scraps, grab them. I got a whole pile of wood scraps. I built a shelf out of it, or a workbench. It doesn't need to be professional. I mean, it works fine. It's going to get beat on and dirty, and when I get concrete in here, it's all going to come back out here anyway. And all of what's back here, so. But for a free workbench I built, I'm not going to put any significant weight on it. Even if I did, I think it'd be fine. But it's nice to, free air compressor, free wood, free screws. I built all this for free, no money out of pocket. I got a lot of outlets for free and stuff. But it's just one of those things where it's like, instead of going out and spending all the money that you have in your bank account on wood, that's expensive as it is, make this for free. Okay, just like with like lights. The lights you see, the fluorescent ones, I found those on the side of the road one day. I used to scrap like crazy. I found all those fluorescent lights, two of them on the side of the road. Same with the blower I got upstairs, I got put in yet. I found that in the same area. So, I mean, if you can just find stuff and grab it for free, why not? The railings I got for free from my mom. She did a lot of stuff was from my mom, to be honest, because she did a lot of work on her house. And the guy who installed railing fucked it up. So he had to buy her a new one, so she gave it to me, and I was like, well, thank you. So I used it for upstairs. It's just use stuff you have for free that you can save money on when you can. Now, obviously, don't risk safety for cost. I mean, do it safely. Workbench back there, not a huge deal. But like these are my wood scraps. I just grabbed some scraps out of here, little pieces that worked out. And I come with the saw I got for free back there. It's one of those things where you can save yourself a lot of money by using stuff you find. Be resourceful. I was going to also bring this to people's attention too. If you are considering, or you do have a shop or building a shop, it's getting to be winter now. I'm going to be getting some heaters. Now, my plan for in here, it's fucking cold as hell in here, okay? The beam right here that goes across, I'm going to put tarps, a big tarp across that and down. And then from there, across to there, to block these 3 vehicles in, okay? The reason why, I'm going to be working on these 2 vehicles for a while. I got a lot to do on these. I'm going to kind of make back here my working area because I don't want to keep moving stuff around. But my heater that I have is 100,000 BTU. Now, it's a forced propane heater, okay? But you can see 100,000 BTU. It didn't do shit here, to be honest. I had it aiming over at me here on high because it's so cold in here. You can see my breath. That didn't even heat really anything up. Like over here is still cold. So to heat this whole shop up is just going to cost a fortune with big heaters. And if you are looking at buying one of these, it works great in my 2-car garage. Heats it up great in 15, 20 minutes. Take my jacket off. Very comfy to work in. And this big shop, there's no insulation. This is just bare metal, sheet metal. So what I plan to do is get a big forced propane heater and put up in there. Obviously, having no insulation, it's not going to hold a lot of heat in, but at least while I'm working on my truck and stuff, with tarps up around, it'll kind of keep the heat at least, in mostly one area. I mean, obviously, it's not going to go up past the rafters, so it's going to still escape up top and whatnot and through the roof, but it'll be better than having it, all open around here because it's so freaking cold in here. But if you're wondering if you should buy one of these, if you have a garage, absolutely. But if you got a big building you want to try and heat, that does nothing. 30-pound propane tank or a 20-pound tank emptied in like an hour and a half. It was just empty. It's freezing in here. Like my ears are freezing. I've got a headache and it's cold. But anyway, the point of the story is you can do a lot of nice stuff for not a lot of money. I'm on the cheap. I go buy some outlets and stuff for her boxes for over here and over there to get power up over here, but it's just want to make a video about cutting costs on stuff because stuff's so expensive today. If you can save yourself some money, why don't you? It just would make it a lot easier on people. Go and find stuff on the side of the road, take what you can get, use it. If you can't use it, try and sell it. But I'll stop rambling now. Hope this helps somebody out. If not, well, I guess if you watch it this long, you probably had enough interest to want to watch it. But all right, share, like, subscribe. I'd appreciate all that. I'm so cold right now that I'm just kind of rambling on. So we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.